Hi everybody, welcome to the Footy Channel Groundhopper for England versus Latvia pre-match show. Um, Sorry about that, I don't know what happened there, but slight hiccup that it didn't have me appearing on the screen for a few seconds. Anyway, if you do enjoy tonight's show, then please do smash the like, it does help the channel, so follow Sean the Sheep and smash those thumbs ups. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and hit the subscribe, be part of this great community. Also hit the bell notification that will let you know when I'm live, have any pre-records, or any upcoming shows. If you do want to become members, 99p, you can do that clicking the join button. And if you want to make a donation, as always, you can do that in chat, clicking on $, all money reinvested in the channel. So we take on Latvia tonight. After winning against Albania on Friday night, 2-0. First half was good, second half probably not so great. But look, these players are learning a lot under Tuchel because they're going to have to get used to his ways of playing as well. So it's a totally different style of football that Tuchel wants to play compared to what Southgate or Bowgate wanted to play, whichever way you want to call it. I mean, look, you look at Latvia and you think, yes, we should beat Latvia tonight. And absolutely, we should be beating them. But nothing's a given in football. And we know that for certain. So I think Latvia are rated around about 120 in the world at the current time, so they're way down the pecking order. But again, don't take these teams for granted. These teams are no pushovers at the end of the day. What team's going to play tonight, we're not so sure. There's rumours that Reece James could come in tonight. We know Tino Livramento's not in the team tonight. He's been left out of the matchday squad because of the rules. You can only have a 23 man squad for your qualifier. So if you've even got 25 or 26, you've got to drop three out, like three had to drop out on Friday, which was Quansah, Ramsdale, and Gibbs White. So it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, we got some people in the chat. Philip says, good evening, Tony. Hope you're well. I'm very well, mate. Thank you. Hope you're well too. Hi, Tony. Hope you're well. Says Billy F. I hope you're well too. Philip says, my birthday today, 34. Had a great day. Happy 34th birthday to you, Philip. And hope you've had a great day. Will Dan Burns start tonight? Not so sure. Because, there's rumours going around that he may not start. He was tired the other night, wasn't he? Apparently, when he came off. So, look, we'll see what happens. I thought Dan Burn had a good debut the other night. I thought he played okay. Contrary to some reports from the Daily Mail saying he looked absolutely atrocious. Well, I'm sorry, he didn't look absolutely atrocious. We know Anthony Gordon's come back to Newcastle now because he's injured. But look, he's got 3 weeks to get himself right. So it doesn't seem as if it's a serious injury. But again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. Hopefully, the team news should be out at around about 7:15. So we'll just have to wait and see. The Jota Donny's in the chat. Philip says, hopefully Anthony Gordon isn't too serious. Let's hope not. Jota Donny's had an update. My day was less good. Hope you get well soon, mate. And Philip says, Dan Byrne had a superb debut the other night for England. I thought he played really well. I was there and I watched, and 135 out of 137 passes isn't bad, on your debut. Got some blocks in, could have scored. Nearly scored. He was probably gutted that he didn't score, but I thought Dan Burn put in a decent performance. Whether he got tired in the end or what, it's natural probably after the game against Liverpool. It was probably because it was a high energy game and, and when you want to win a cup final, you're going to put all your energy into that game. So, yeah, look, he probably was tired. Philip says Phil Foden was terrible. He was absolutely, he was non-existent, and he's not a winger for a start, as he's a number 10. Yeah, I couldn't understand why he started as a winger, in all honesty. Only I read that from the Mail. It was disgrace. Burn was first in all the stats he needed for his defenders. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I didn't get where they came from on that one as well. Even a Villa fan put on Twitter saying, well, Burn had a great game. Not sure if you've seen it, but I've got a short video on, so if you haven't seen it yet, do have a watch of it. Steve Bruce, our old manager, has had a pop back at Dwight Gale because Dwight Gale said Steve Bruce decided to throw a tracksuit on and start doing training when the new owners came into the club. And Bruce doesn't like that, and he's fought back. Now, for me, as a manager, if you're a manager, you should not stoop down to that level to fight back against the player. And for the remarks he made to say, the legendary Dwight Gale, who missed a chance against Man City in the FA Cup quarterfinals. I mean, this man is an absolute joke. And this is why we're glad we got rid of him as a manager. Should never be manager of our football club in the first place. But that was down to our former owner, who shall not be named. The majority of journalists have no proper knowledge of football, says Philip, absolutely. Southern shit newspaper, says Joe, don't you think the Guardian was the same? Joe, all evening, Joe, hope you're well, mate. And everybody else saying hello to Joe as well. Yeah, I mean, look, as I say, it was a bit disappointing the way the media made Dan Burn out to be a bad player when he wasn't that bad on debut. As I say, I don't think he was that bad. But when Gordon came on, Gordon looked bright. We have the starting 11 in, so let's go through the starting 11. So in goal, Jordan Pickford. We got Reece James, Declan Rice, Konsa, Gui, Harry Kane as captain, Bellingham, Rashford, Rodgers, Bowen, and Lewis-Skelly. So that is the lineup tonight. So I'm gathering they're going to go James, Konsa, Gui, and Lewis-Skelly as a back four. Now, see in the midfield, that will be Bellingham, Rice, and probably Rodgers, I reckon. And then up front, the front three is possibly going to be Bowen, Rashford, and Kane. So that's the way I'm looking at it. On the bench for England, Kyle Walker, Phil Foden, Jordan Henderson, Dan Burn, Dean Henderson, Colville, Eze, Jones, Gibbs White, Solanke, Quansah, and Trafford. So Dan Burn is on the bench. So maybe Dan Burn is tired. But it wouldn't surprise me if Dan Burn does get a run out in the second half, maybe. So all depends how well we're doing in this game and how far we're on. So what I'll do is I will get this on screen for you in a moment, the team sheet, and then you can have a look at the team news as well. Philip says, truly unprofessional of a manager, head coach to say that kind of stuff. Absolutely. Hope we are all well. Yeah, we are, Joe. And we were lucky to finish 12th in the COVID season under Bruce yet again when he was calling all the fans. Good to see Jared Bourne in the lineup as one of West Ham's better players this season. Yes, he has been. He's been terrific this season for West Ham, hasn't he? So, yeah. Right. I'll just get that team news off for you now. Should be appearing on screen now. There we go. There's the team sheet there. So, yeah, I mean, what's your thoughts on that team? Is that a good winning team tonight? Should be enough to beat Latvia, in all honesty. And that's no disrespect to Latvia, by the way. At the moment, we're fourth in the rankings. But again, so we're fourth at the moment on 200.8 points. So yeah. I'll find out where Latvia is. Right, so for Latvia, they're actually further back than I actually thought they were. So at the moment, Latvia are currently 140 in the world rankings. They're just above Dominican Republic and they're below Burundi. So that's so that's where Latvia are. But as I say, it's not to say that it's a given. We got to go out there and do the job and win the game tonight. But yeah, Latvia are 140 in the world at the moment. So that's a one to bear in. I'm going to see if I can find the Latvian team as well, if it's been announced yet. Right, I've got the Latvian team here. So bear in mind if I try and get these names right, okay? So we've got Vidris in goal, Baladis, Cernamorgis, who's the captain, Goskovskis, I gather was a striker because I don't know where these guys play. J.I. Kaunix, Savalinix, Yurakovskis, Siniaks, Zelenkovs, Jauzems, and Savlesh. So there you go. That's how I'm pronouncing them. I'm not sure if that's the correct way, by the way. On the bench for Latvia, we've got Ozois, a goalkeeper, Matrovic, a goalkeeper, then Jagdinskis, Salid, Izjevs, Daskovits, Minks, Vatne, Seats, Krollis, and Tonisevs. So there we go. So I will pop the Latvian team on screen as well for you. I say I do apologise for the name because obviously it's not one that I'm familiar with as well. But it makes all good fun when you're trying to work the names out, isn't it? So I'll see if I've got any of them Latvian names wrong. Do correct me in the chat, especially if you're Latvian as well. There you go. There's a Latvian team there for you now. Nice little lineup they've put on there with all the pictures. Good evening to you, Julie. Hope you're well. Be nice to see Solanke start. Yeah, I think he's been injured, hasn't he? So maybe Solanke might get on in the second half. Yeah, Latvia, yeah, Russia. I went there back in 2010, Latvia. And what I can say is I went to Riga, which is the capital, and it's a fantastic. It's fantastic little country. It really is. Latvia is really, really nice. If you ever get the chance to go, get yourself to Riga. It's lovely. It's absolutely perfect. And you can get the train, which takes about half an hour from Riga, and you can go up to the coast. So the station, I think, was called Missouri. It's Jamala. The beach is called Jamala. But look, it's a lovely place. Riga is really, really nice. They've got old V bomber hangars there from the Cold War. And it's actually a marketplace, so you can go right through, and it's just massive, massive markets inside there. The buildings are stunning. It's absolutely Um, so yeah, it's absolutely a lovely place to go to. Joe's just said there's an open top bus parade now apparently, and everyone who applied for the Townwide gig will get tickets. Interesting. I'm glad some common sense has been prevailed there than Joe. Just got the Newcastle away kit and the third kit. Nice one, Philip. So there is an open top bus. Good, absolutely. Should be as well. I must order the winner's shirt. I mean, the thing is, I remember, like as I say, back in 92, 93, when we went up with Keegan, and I remember the bus tour then, you know. Went there once everything ended off, so I came back. Beautiful Gothic castles there. Yeah, there is. There's some lovely places there. It really is. Seen pictures of Riga. It looks nice and clean. It is very clean. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Riga. It's absolutely lovely. Really is it's a really nice place, Riga. It really is. Philip says England should have more enough to beat Latvia. No disrespect them. Should have. But then we've seen shocks before, haven't we? You know, we've seen it happen. But look, I think if England go out there tonight and get beat off Latvia, I think everybody will laugh at us around the world. So, yeah, I can't see. I can't see us not beating Latvia tonight. We should be able to do the job. We should be able to do a job on Latvia. Crime scene documentaries. Hi, I hope you're well. She says, I was at that parade when we got promoted to the Premier League, first time in the early 90s. Yeah, I remember that really well. It was absolutely manic that night as well. I was at the Haymarket when the bus came through. Scotland losing heavily to Greece. Yeah, absolutely. Scotland lost heavily last night. I mean, Greece were on it, weren't they? You know, they got the first goal, so that equalised in the tie. But then that 17-year-old got the second goal. I mean, what a goal that was from the 17-year-old. Fantastic goal that was. And look, he's going to be hot properly. And I wouldn't mind him at Newcastle, if I'm honest. Because I see he can play as a right winger, so he could come in as a right winger. And yeah, I mean, for that third goal, I don't know what Scotland were doing. They just seemed to switch off Scotland, didn't they? Because, you know, within 12 seconds of kickoff, the ball was in the back of the net and Greece were 3-0 up, and it was like just so easy. And no wonder their fans weren't happy whatsoever. The great old days in the 90s, yeah, absolutely. Chip as evening to you, mate. Hope you're well. And he says it's Monty Lexter's at work. Hi there, Monty. Hope you're well. Yeah, so for guys just coming in the chat, there's the England lineup there. So no Dan Burn in the starting lineup, but going with Pickford, James Rice, Konsa, Gui, Kane the captain, Bellingham, Rashford, Rodgers, Bowen and Lewis-Skelly, Walker, Foden, Henderson, Burn, Dean Henderson, the keeper, Colville, Eze, Jones, Gibbs-White, Solanke, Quansah and Trafford all on the bench for England tonight. And I'll pop the Latvian team on as well, so you can have a look at the Latvian side. I'm not going to go around pronouncing the names again because I just can't pronounce them bloody names. Some of them are hard. Or I'll have a go anyways. Vidris is the goalkeeper by Baladis. But there you go. You can just have a look through them yourself. That's the team there. I like the way they've done this with all the pictures on. It looks really good. They're going to be... They're 140th in the world, Latvia, for anybody who's just came in. So, yeah, look, England should have enough to beat them tonight. But there again, as I've just said before, nothing's a given because, you know, anything could happen, couldn't it? Philip says, hopefully England can win the World Cup or the Euros under Tuchel. Well, do you know what? You never know. If Tuchel gets us going and we click, then yeah, we can do. All of a sudden, we can do stuff. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. Hi, Mason. Hope you're well, mate. Everybody's speaking to each other there as well. But yeah, I think, look, England have put out a decent side there tonight as well. So look, we should go and win that. Should go and win that game tonight. There's no reason why we can't win that game. Can we win it convincingly? That's the thing. How many can we score? You know, remember when we played Panama in the World Cup and Belgium only beat them 3-0 in the first game, and we played them and wiped the floor with them, so, and, put them aside 6-1. So, who knows? You just never know. What I do want to say is yesterday the Newcastle United women played Sunderland in the derby match, and it was a record-breaking game because not only have we done the double over them this season, we also have the biggest crowd in the Championship with 38,500 attending that game yesterday, 38,502 to be correct. And absolutely brilliant and well-deserved. Newcastle have just put it on their website from 14 minutes ago. That feeling when you get to announce an open-top bus parade, full route details and timetable to follow tomorrow. But we can confirm we'll be kicking off Saturday celebrations with a bus parade through the city. So there you go. There is definitely a bus parade going. So there we go. So everybody be happy with that. I've seen having a bus parade now. And rightly so. Rightly so through the backlash as well, because I just thought that was wrong having a gig on the Town War. To me, that just didn't sit right with me. You see other major cities like when Liverpool have won a trophy, Man City have won a trophy, they have open top bus tours. And there's a picture there of Dan Burn on Friday with his England cap presented to him before the game. So there we are. Well done, Dan Burn, from Friday, but he's on the bench tonight. Here's the thing, says Jim. My score prediction is England 3, Latvia 0. That's not a bad shout. Monty says, don't mean to sound disrespectful, Latvia, but come on, we should win at least 5. Yeah, I can't see why not. 2-1 England, says Joe. 2-1, Joe. Oh, okay. What do you think Latvia will score? Fantastic win for the women's team yesterday. Done the double over the Mackhams. Awesome attendance, absolutely. Shania Hales with a goal as well. Brilliant goal. Great to see a new FC bus parade celebration finally getting sorted the right way. Absolutely. Should have been that from the beginning, If this is because of the council and the police, well, they've created a right shit show. I'm sorry, but they have. Because it's obviously the club who's getting all the hassle when it's probably down to the fact it's the council and the police being awkward. So thankfully, common sense has prevailed and there will be a bus parade. Glad Burn is not overused, to be honest. Yeah, maybe that's the best thing. Tony Gallant doing the music at the event next Saturday with Chip as being his kid. I reckon 2-0 England, Kane and Consa. Yeah, Tony, I don't just trust England's defence. You never know. Consa proven he's very good for England. He is. He's not a bad centre-half at all, is he? So, yeah, looking forward to the game. It's a quarter kick off. It's on ITV, so I mean, what would I go for a score prediction this game? I mean, I was thinking 3-0, but I said that against Albania and we only won 2-0. So, look, I'm going to say 4-0. I'm going to say 4-0. I think Kane will get a hat-trick. And I think Jared Bourne might get on the score sheet as well. So that's the way I'm looking at it anyway. But you never know. Oh God, Jim, that's but yeah, never know. But yeah, as I say, for yesterday's game at St James's Park, that was brilliant for the women. 38,500. And I mean, for a women's game, you know, that just shows you how much the fans want to be through the turnstiles to watch a game like that. And can you imagine if we're in the Super League, it would probably sell out at St James's Park, in all honesty, because that's where they would have to play. Kingston Park would probably be too small. But yeah, look, all I want to see from England tonight is I just want to see England go out there, attack, take the game to Latvia, and look, what I don't want to see is England go see 2 or 3 up and then decide, oh, let's just take a step back and just take our foot off the gas. No, you keep going for it, because at the end of the day, a goal difference, it could come down to goal difference in this group, because look, Serbia, we know they're a tough team. We beat them in the Euros last year 1-0, but they are a tough side. The reason they haven't started their campaign yet is because the reason it hasn't started is because they were playing in Nations League playoffs. So, look, we need to make sure they're the games. It's going to be the games against Serbia that could count whether we qualify as group winners. You know, so this is why I'm saying, if we get off to a good start tonight, don't sit back, keep going, keep attacking, keep going for it. You know, because look how we did against Forest. Look, when we were 4-1 up against Forest at half time, we seemed to take our foot off the gas second half. And Forest got down to 4-3 and nearly sneaked an equaliser. So look, that's what I'm saying. You can't relax, even if you've got a cushion. Don't relax. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Ari says, Andrew, yeah, absolutely fine, mate. I hope you're well too. What's your score prediction for tonight, Andrew? Your 7-0 may come in, mate. I tell you. There's the England team again. For anybody who's just joined the show, that's who we lined up with. So Dan Burns on the bench tonight. Obviously no Gordon, and Liverpool's been left out of the match day squad because you can only pick 23. Which I'm a bit disappointed that Liverpool's been left out, because really what they should have done was left Walker out and give Liverpool a go. He could have had a start. So I'm a bit disappointed Liverpool's been left out. And there is the Latvian side as well. Good thing is to rest Dan Burn, get him fresh for the Brentford game. Absolutely. 2-0 says West England. Andrew says 4-0. Wow, Andrew, you surprised me, because you normally say 7-0. You watch, Andrew, it'll be 7-0 tonight, and you'll be like, oh, damn. Mate, Walker's legs have gone. He's 34 now. Yeah, he has. That's why Man City shipped him off to AC Milan. You know, they don't just ship players off for no reason whatsoever. Joe says means Liverpool can rest up and enjoy the break now. Good for us, yeah. I mean, he'll be there tonight. He'll probably sitting on the bench at Wembley, but he can't obviously come on and play, can he? So he'll have to just sit and watch. But yeah, I suppose it's a rest for him, I suppose. Easy, it's 5-0 to Latvia, not Spain. Exactly, Monty. That's what I'm thinking. This is why I say when you watch the other teams, the better teams, like your France's or your not so much your Belgians, but your France, your Spain. These teams wouldn't just go in and sit back after being 3-0 up. They'll keep going, because if you keep going, and as I say, it could come down to goal difference at the end of the day. You never know, because all it takes is us to lose a game against Serbia and we to beat Serbia, and we've both lost one game each, and we're on the same points. Then it comes down to goal difference. So you've got to make sure that the goal difference is better than the team who's on the same points as you. So that's what I'm saying. We've got to keep going and keep going and keep going. Andrew said I would have said 7, but not after the last game, dull. I mean, look, the first half was great, but the second half just seemed to tail off a little bit. But I think you've got to remember there's too many of these players are still thinking Southgate, aren't they? And they've got to get that out of their head. And it's going to take, as I said in my post-match on my video, as I said, it's going to take time. But once Tuchel gets it right, I think England will be flying. Harry Maguire not going to get a start for England anytime soon. No, definitely not. Germany certainly wouldn't sit back. No, they wouldn't, Joe. And Billy F says, I hope Latvia don't part the bus. They'll probably play a low block. But Thomas Tuchel's pretty clever at the low block anyway. The UK Pennywise says 3-0 because there'll be 11 behind the ball. Yeah, do you know what? I can't disagree with you on that one. I think there will be. I think they'll keep 11 players behind the ball, and but look, it's up to us to break them down. That's exactly what we got to do. Yeah. So don't forget to smash the likes on this, by the way, guys. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe as well, and come and join this great community. But as I say, I'm going for. I'm going to go 5-0 tonight. Actually, I think I'll go 5-0. I'll see Kane hat-trick, and I'll see Bellingham and who did I see before? Yeah, I'll go Kane hat-trick, Bellingham, and Jared Bourne. There you go. It's a shame Gordon got injured on Friday, because it would have been nice to see Gordon play tonight. But it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, England are massive favourites in this on Sky. They're 1-66. Latvia are 66-1 to beat us tonight. So there's no way on God's earth that Latvia are going to beat us. Let's just have a look at some things on the betting and see what they've what you can have if you wanted to put a bet on tonight's game. But if you do, bet responsibly and don't chase your losses. Well, Latvia is now down to 50-1. It's 20-1 for the draw. Don't think it's going to be a draw by any stretch of the imagination. You can get a special on Sky, so you can get Kane and Bellingham to each have one shot on target in each half. That'll get you 8-1, which it was 5-1. Goal scorers first is Harry Kane at 5-2, 2-5 any time. If you want Jude Bellingham to get the first goal, it's 7-1 with 13-8 any time. If you want an outsider, you can go 33-1 for Ezri Konsa for the first, or 10-1 any time. Lewis-Skelly's 22-1 or 13-2 any time. If you want Daniel Belodis to score the first goal for Latvia in the game, he's 125-1 for the first goal. For correct scores, 1-0 to England is 12-1. For Latvia, it's 100-1. I think somebody said 2-0 in here tonight, so 2-0 is 13-2 for England. If you want to go for 5-0, that's 13-2. 4-0 is 5-1. 6-0 is 10-1. So 8-0 is 28-1. For Latvia, they've only gone up to 3. For Latvia to win 3-2, it's 250-1. So, they're the massive, massive outsiders. But just got to make sure we're on our game. And if we are, then we'll be fine. When a team is 52-1 to win normally means they get thrashed. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Thing is, a lot of these lads have played 30 to 40 games before the weekend. I think internationals with 10 league games left are daft. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of agree where you're coming from on that one, but I suppose they've got to start these off. I mean, if we'd finished second in that Nations League group behind Greece, then we would have been playing in the playoffs. We played Scotland, wouldn't we? 2-0, 2-0 as well. 10-0, says Monty. Tell you what, I'd love to see that. Chipper says, are we playing rugby? Well, you never know. You never know. Remember when Germany beat Brazil 7-0 in the World Cup final, wasn't it? Or was it the semi-finals? I can't remember now, but geez. I think that was back in 2014, wasn't it? So, yeah. Some joke. Hey, you never know. So the way the lineup is, so Pickford, so the back four is James, Konsa, Gui and Skelly. The midfield three is Rogers, Rice, Bellingham, and then Bowen, Kane and Rashford up front. I think England are higher up the pitch and press better, and they did much more attacking minded. I thought they did on Friday. They looked a lot different, didn't they, compared to what they were under Southgate. Going for a 5-0 low. I mean, look, you go back to that Euro final last year when technically once we equalised, we should have threw all the attacking players on, like Gordon, and that should have been thrown on, and we should have gone for it against Spain. Then had we lost 2-1 to Spain, at least you could have said, oh, well, we actually went out trying to win the game. But the fact is we didn't. We sat back and we invited the pressure. And ultimately, that's why we didn't win yet another final. So, yeah. So let's hope for tonight. Anyway, guys and girls, I'm going to come to the end of this because I'm going to go off for my tea. And I'm sure a lot of people want to get ready for the match. But if you have enjoyed tonight's show, then please don't forget to smash the like. It does help the channel. So smash those thumbs up. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe, be part of this great community. Also hit the bell notification to let you know when I'm live, have a pre-record, any upcoming shows or any videos. So yeah, so let's hope England can do it tonight, and I'm sure they can do it. Surely they won't lose this one tonight. Take care, Tony. Thank you very much. Hit the likes. Thank you very much indeed. Good show, Tony, mate. Cheers, Joe. Thank you very much. But come on, England. Let's win this tonight. And let's be ruthless. That's the main thing. Be ruthless. Go for it and try and get as many as we can. But until then, I'll see you all later. Take care and enjoy the game. And come on, England.